guys, it's Caleb with White Metal Games here for just a quick studio update. It is Friday, what's today's date? The 9th of November. It's 2 days after the election, so I hope you voted. And we got quick studio peeks at what we've been working on the last couple days, so let's go ahead and just dive right into it. So this week we were finishing up a whole bunch of stuff for this Necron Chaos army we're putting together for a studio army that we're going to be putting up on the block for sale. So as you can see, the army has come a long way this week. This week we focused a lot on the Necrons. We put together a Annihilation Barge, some Wraiths over there, a Triarch Stalker. This is one of our nicer pieces for it. Here, see if I can't bring it into the light a little bit. Sorry, I had this diorama set up, which I'm going to tell you about here in a second, but let's have our dessert first instead. So this is a Helldrake conversion we put together. Now because it's an Egyptian themed army, we wanted to use as many of these wings, these feathery looking wings as we could. So this is what we came up for our Helldrake. So it's basically a normal Helldrake, but we swapped the head with this head from a Chimera, the Storm of Magic version, not the Warhammer version. And then we added these Tomb King wings to it, and we also used these smaller wings in here too, to make for sort of a nice stand-up piece. Now it's hard to see, but if you look really close in there, you can see that he's actually got the bale flamer in his mouth. We tried the other one. I actually like the cannon rules-wise a little bit better, but unfortunately it wouldn't fit in this guy's mouth, so you'll have to just pretend if you want to use the Hades auto cannon with this guy. Works really well. I love the model. The wings are a little busy, and they certainly don't match exactly. But that's just because we didn't want to keep using these wings over and over. We didn't want like 8 of these on the side. We didn't think that would look great. We like the 2 though. We like the 4 wings total there. And I think once painted up, it'll look pretty sharp. It's going to have kind of a Stargate look to it, which I think works really well with this army. You've seen most of this before, so I won't get into great detail. We did get the Pyrian Eternals done. So that's what these guys are. These started out as reborn Sokar warriors from the Reaper line. Put them on slightly larger bases, 30 millimeters, with these, what do you call these, Necron blasters or something. And then the Prince, this is going to be counting as our Demon Prince. This is a nice piece. Let's put this in the light too, because he's actually a very nice piece. We had to order a resin base for him because he's so heavy. So here he is. He's a little hard to see. Let me see if I can get him into the light a little bit better. There we go. So he is basically a Tomb King's model, the War Sphinx, but we mounted him to this Chimera body, the lower body from the Chimera, and we built back up the fur to make him look muscular and lion-like. We put a different tail tip on there too. I like this body a little bit better than the traditional one because it fits on a 60 mil. We'll be able to mount him, because his feet only are so big, we'll be able to mount him to a 60 mil, and it'll look like he's really just leaping off of that. Now, competition-wise, he's much, much bigger than a traditional Demon Prince. He's at least twice the height of a traditional Demon Prince. So, you know, he's not great for tournaments, but as a piece just to have around for a beautiful-looking piece for an army for a studio or for an army for fun, he's great for that sort of stuff. Okay. Let's show you, let's see what else we got. So this is a diorama we did, briefly. Been working on a lot of Demon Princes recently, and I had this beautiful lower spider torso that I wanted to work on something with, so I decided to do a Sarpedon versus Daenyathos, which is, so if you know anything about the fluff of the Soul Drinkers chapter, Sarpedon was a chapter master who was excommunicated and brought before a jury of his peers on a Imperial ship, and he mutated into his lower body mutated into a spider because he had fallen victim to the powers of Tzeentch and Chaos, and he's sort of one of those stories told in the Imperium almost like a warning to others, like, you know, his fate was sealed, and he actually felt clearly in the fluff of the material, he felt bad for what happened to him, and he lamented his existence. And anyway, one of the last things he does in the books is he fights this dreadnought called Daenyathos, which is a venerable dreadnought, and he actually rips the interior body what remained of the once great Proud Mighty Warrior out of the sarcophagus, and he's clutching the sort of mortal remains of it. So that's what we have here. Now in our version, we do him in a Demon Prince size, so he's much larger. He's clutching this giant spear, which in the fluff is called the Soul Spear, which I liked a lot. It's just massive. Looks like it could cleave Dreadnought in two. I've got him wearing these sort of big robes because I like the idea that he could no longer fit his armor. So to hide his shame, he's wearing these gigantic robes, which could have been anything. They could have been drapes in an imperial palace for all we know. And then the body here is actually a combination of skeleton bits, Grey Knight bits, and Dark Angels bits, and all sorts of crap. And then he's standing on a 60 mil. So that allows him to be played as a playable piece. If you look really close, he's standing on some ruins from an imperial palace. So it looks like he's literally, it's kind of a metaphor, I guess you might say. And then the actual diorama base here is just a wooden plaque with some imperial bits on it. So I put a wedding cake pillar on there and broke it up some broken walls to make it look like a battle has recently taken place. And this smeared on white stuff is actually a stucco, which will be nice for ruin. If you want to make it look like ruined basing material. So that entire piece is for sale, the ruined Dreadnought with the Soul Drinkers logo here on the front, if you can see that, which is also matched on the back of the wall here. So it looks like sort of a sanctuary. So that entire piece is up for sale now on eBay. You can make an offer on that if you're interested. You can also see his bionic leg here. That's one of the other things, is that Sarpedon has a bionic leg. So I wanted to work that in. That is from a, what do you call it? A Hordes model, one of the Warjacks or something. I did another Magnus. That was done this week. The first Magnus I liked a lot. He sold really quickly, and he sold so fast I didn't really get to have a chance to play with him at all. And I was like, man, I really want to build another one. So I built another one. I had another parts on hand. He's slightly different than the first one. For this one, we used traditional Demon Prince wings and not the metal Bloodthirster wings. That was done partially because it's what we had in stock, and partially because Bloodthirster wings are crazy expensive to get a hold of. There's a little bit of paint left on from the stripping process. We stripped them and stripped them and stripped them, and went between acetone and degreaser like 5 or 6 times and just could not get every bit of paint off. But we got most of it off, and I think that he'll prime up just fine. He's standing on this nice ruined Egyptian-style base, and we used different shoulder pads on this one. Slightly different arms. These are Minotaur arms, not Demon Prince arms. They scale a little bit better with the 40mm figure. And a lot more sculpting on this one than the last one. And we've got these nice scarabs that we found from a Tomb King's line. So all told, I actually think this is a better model. It's just not as grand a model because it's not standing on that shower dowel base thing. But overall, more to scale more appropriately. And this one is also for sale on eBay. So if you're interested in that at all, please just check it out. Sold a lot of Dooms this week, sold a lot of Parasites this week. I don't know if there's a tournament or something coming up, but I sold 3 or 4 Dooms and about 3 Parasites of Mortrex this week. So those are popular, so be sure to check out our listings. I'll put a link below. We are finishing up our army deals. The first 2 armies we sold are now being wrapped up. So we are towards the end stages there. Will's going to be by this weekend and finish up. And as you've seen most of this before, these are the Rhinos, the Vulture-style Lord, bunch of troops, all those guys. I don't know if you've seen these before. These are the Havocs that came back. And these are Tzeentch-style Havocs that are kind of blue, and the client asked for green in there too, so we put a lot of green plating on there. Came out pretty well. Here's another one, just to show you some variation. And here's their Sergeant style guy. I think he's like a champion or a Chaos champion of some sort. Gave him a special head. Looks pretty decent. So all that came out well. So that's finishing up. One of the next projects we've got will be this army starting in the winter. I'll be putting that together and painting that up and getting that ready for sale. We've got a Hyperion Titan we're going to be working on. That guy's been assembled. He's getting ready to be painted. And a few more Demon Princes, plenty more bits. So I guess that's it for now. If you are new to this channel, be sure to check out some of our other videos. We are conversion artists for hire, and we look forward to hearing from you. We are currently looking for other painters in the Raleigh area. We're trying to expand our studio. I'll try to put a link below to the blog post where we go into more detail about it. But if you live in the Raleigh Triangle area and you are a painter or a commission artist for hire and you're interested in expanding your client base, please contact me at calebfilm@yahoo.com. We are looking for experienced painters that are looking for more potential for their projects. If you're tired of hawking game stores or online blog posts to try to find clients, we are trying to build our studio up. We can certainly use your help, and you can get in at what we're thinking of as sort of the ground level, and we're working our way up. We've been in business for about 2 years now, and we've have over 5,000 unique clients between our conversions and our custom commissions. So we certainly have a good client base to draw from. So just contact me at calebfilm@yahoo.com. Just send me some of your gallery pics that you have of your work, and I'll be happy to chat with you about it. So that's it for now. Look for more on this video in the coming week, and I'll just add in some more segments. Okay? Thanks.